Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Beyond the Gates channel. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Before we begin, don't forget to subscribe and hit like for more daily drama updates and spoilers. Your support truly means a lot and helps our channel grow every day. Now, let's jump straight into today's exciting update. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Wednesday, July 29th, promise an episode packed with heartfelt family celebrations, emotional crossroads, unexpected confrontations, and difficult decisions that could reshape several lives forever. As the sun rises over Fairmont Crest, every character seems to find themselves standing at a turning point where even the smallest conversation has the power to change the future. Some hearts will be filled with hope as long-awaited dreams finally begin to take shape, while others will be forced to face uncomfortable truths they have desperately tried to avoid. The day unfolds with a perfect balance of warmth and tension, reminding viewers that happiness and heartbreak often exist side by side. By the time the episode reaches its final moments, relationships will be tested, emotions will overflow, and several lives may never look the same again. One of the most emotional storylines centers on Ashley Morgan, whose future suddenly becomes the focus of a deeply personal conversation with Grayson after everything the couple has endured. They have finally managed to find solid ground again, rebuilding a romance that once seemed destined to fall apart. Their renewed connection has brought genuine happiness, and Grayson has made it clear through both his actions and his unwavering devotion that he is completely smitten with the compassionate nurse. There is a tenderness between them that feels real, as though they have finally discovered the peace they spent so long searching for. Yet beneath Ashley's smile, lingering fears continue to hide in the shadows, quietly threatening to undo everything they have worked so hard to rebuild. Even though the relationship appears stronger than ever, the future remains uncertain, and one conversation could determine whether they continue moving forward together or find themselves slipping backwards once again. As Ashley and Grayson begin discussing what comes next for their relationship, the atmosphere becomes increasingly emotional and uncertain. The subject of the future is exciting on the surface, but for Ashley, it also awakens painful memories she has never completely escaped. She remembers how uncomfortable she always became whenever Derek Baldwin tried to talk about long-term commitment, and those conversations eventually exposed cracks that neither of them could repair. Moving in together was supposed to strengthen that relationship, but instead it became the beginning of its collapse, leaving Ashley emotionally scarred and far more cautious than she ever expected to be. Those painful experiences still linger in her heart, making it difficult to trust that history will not repeat itself. If Grayson even begins to steer the conversation toward deeper commitment or worse, marriage, Ashley may instinctively retreat behind carefully constructed emotional walls, terrified of risking her heart all over again. What should be a hopeful discussion about tomorrow could quickly become a painful reminder of yesterday, leaving Ashley struggling to decide whether love is truly worth another leap of faith. Elsewhere, another emotionally charged confrontation begins to take shape as Vanessa McBride prepares to deliver a sharp and unmistakable reality check. Someone is about to hear exactly what Vanessa thinks, and judging by the tension surrounding her, she will not be holding anything back. The mystery lies in discovering who will become the target of her frustration. Vanessa has been walking on eggshells whenever Deanna McBride is involved, carefully choosing every word to avoid creating even more conflict within the family. At the same time, it is difficult to imagine her boldly standing up to Joey Armstrong, whose complicated presence often changes the dynamics of every situation he enters. That uncertainty only deepens the suspense, leaving everyone wondering who has finally pushed Vanessa to her breaking point. Whatever sparks this confrontation, viewers can expect powerful emotions, hard truths, and a verbal clash that may permanently alter an important relationship before the day is over. Meanwhile, across town, trouble once again finds Leslie Thomas, proving that peace never seems to remain in her life for very long. A brand new emergency forces Leslie into a situation where she feels she has no choice but to seek out Ted Richardson for help. Desperation may be driving her actions, but whether Ted is willing to listen is an entirely different question. He already knows exactly how much Leslie irritates Shanice Johnson, whose patience has long since disappeared whenever Leslie is involved. That knowledge alone could be enough for Ted to shut the conversation down before it even begins, refusing to become entangled in yet another crisis surrounding Leslie. He may very well tell her to leave him alone and deal with her problems elsewhere, hoping to distance himself from the growing chaos. But Leslie has never been known for walking away easily, and if she refuses to take no for an answer, their encounter could quickly escalate into another emotionally charged battle of wills that leaves both of them frustrated and exhausted. While tensions continue building in some corners of Fairmont Crest, another part of town prepares for a completely different kind of gathering, one filled with laughter, music, love, and the comforting strength of family. Anita Dupree decides it is finally time to bring everyone together, summoning her loved ones for an occasion focused not on conflict or crisis, but on creating precious new memories. After so many difficult moments and emotional storms, the Dupree family is finally given a chance to breathe, celebrate, and simply enjoy each other's company. This week's preview offers a joyful glimpse of the entire family filling the dance floor at Uptown, laughing freely, embracing one another, and letting loose in a way that feels both refreshing and deeply deserved. The atmosphere radiates warmth as generations come together under one roof, proving that even families burdened by hardship can still find reasons to celebrate. For a little while, the worries of everyday life seem to disappear beneath the rhythm of the music, replaced by smiles, dancing, and the simple happiness of being surrounded by the people who matter most. Adding even more excitement to the celebration, Dr. Kyle Rollins is expected to join the festivities, creating the possibility that Noah Rollins will also be part of the unforgettable evening. His arrival could lead to one of the episode's sweetest moments as new spoilers reveal that Noah is about to meet a true icon. For someone who has likely heard countless stories about the legendary Anita Williams, finally standing face to face with her could become an experience he will never forget. There is every reason to believe Noah may be completely starstruck, struggling to hide his admiration while meeting someone whose reputation speaks for itself. The encounter promises to bring a refreshing sense of wonder and excitement, reminding viewers that even in a world filled with secrets and heartbreak, moments of genuine joy still have the power to shine brightly. Sometimes the most unforgettable memories are not created during dramatic confrontations, but during simple interactions that leave lasting impressions on the heart. As Wednesday's episode draws closer, Beyond the Gates promises to deliver a powerful blend of emotional storytelling that shifts effortlessly between hope and heartbreak. Ashley must confront the fears that continue haunting her future with Grayson. Vanessa prepares to unleash difficult truths that someone may not be ready to hear. Leslie faces another urgent crisis that could push Ted's patience to its absolute limit, and the Dupree family gathers for a celebration that reminds everyone of the healing power of love and togetherness. Joyful reunions and tense confrontations unfold side by side, creating an emotional roller coaster that never loses momentum. Every storyline carries its own weight, yet together they form a compelling chapter filled with romance, uncertainty, family bonds, difficult choices, and unforgettable moments. Yes. By the end of the hour, viewers will be left eagerly anticipating what comes next because in Fairmont Crest, every conversation has consequences, every relationship faces new challenges, and every new day has the power to change lives forever. The emotional weight of the day continues to build as every storyline inches closer to a defining moment, creating the unmistakable feeling that change is no longer something waiting on the horizon. It has already begun. Beneath the surface of every smile, every quiet glance, and every carefully chosen word lies an unspoken fear that one wrong decision could alter the course of someone's future forever. Ashley's heart remains caught between hope and hesitation. Vanessa's patience appears to be running dangerously thin. Leslie refuses to let another obstacle stop her. And the Dupree family embraces a rare opportunity to celebrate life together. These contrasting emotions weave together beautifully, giving the episode a rich cinematic rhythm that shifts effortlessly from intimate vulnerability to explosive tension. It is the kind of storytelling that reminds viewers that life is rarely made up of only happy or painful moments. More often, the two exist side by side, shaping every relationship in ways no one can fully predict. With every passing scene, anticipation grows stronger, making it impossible to look away from the emotional journeys unfolding across Fairmont Crest. Ashley finds herself wrestling with emotions she thought she had already buried long ago. Sitting beside Grayson, she can clearly see the sincerity in his eyes and feel the comfort of the future he seems eager to build with her. Yet old wounds refuse to remain silent. Memories of her relationship with Derek Baldwin continue to echo through her mind, reminding her how quickly dreams of commitment transformed into disappointment and heartbreak. She remembers believing that taking the next step together would strengthen their bond, only to watch everything unravel after they moved in under the same roof. Those painful experiences taught her to protect herself before anyone else could hurt her again, and that lesson has become almost impossible to forget. Now, with Grayson standing before her offering genuine affection and unwavering devotion, Ashley must decide whether she is ready to trust love again or whether fear will once more become the invisible wall separating her from true happiness. Grayson, meanwhile, approaches the conversation with optimism, unaware of just how deeply Ashley's past continues to influence her present. His feelings for her have never seemed stronger, and everything about his behavior suggests that he sees a lasting future with the woman who has completely captured his heart. Yet love alone cannot erase emotional scars, and even the most heartfelt intentions can unintentionally reopen old wounds. Should the conversation drift toward lifelong commitment or the possibility of marriage, Ashley's carefully guarded emotions may begin to surface before she even realizes what is happening. Instead of celebrating the possibilities that lie ahead, she could find herself reliving the disappointment she desperately hoped to leave behind. Their romance has finally returned to solid ground, but viewers cannot help wondering whether one difficult conversation might send their relationship tumbling backwards just when everything finally seemed to be falling into place. Elsewhere, curiosity continues to surround Vanessa McBride as she reaches a point where silence is no longer an option. Whoever becomes the target of her frustration is about to receive an honest assessment that may be impossible to ignore. Vanessa has spent considerable time trying to navigate delicate family dynamics, especially where Deanna McBride is concerned, choosing caution over confrontation whenever possible. At the same time, taking on someone as unpredictable as Joey Armstrong hardly seems like the battle she would willingly choose. That uncertainty leaves the audience questioning who has crossed the line badly enough to provoke such a fierce response. Whatever the answer may be, one thing is certain: Vanessa has reached the point where protecting everyone's feelings is no longer her highest priority, and the truth she delivers is likely to leave a lasting impact long after the conversation comes to an end. Across town, Leslie Thomas refuses to give up despite finding herself trapped in yet another crisis. Every attempt to regain control of her life seems to be met with fresh complications, forcing her to seek help from Ted Richardson, even though she knows the odds are stacked against her. Ted has little reason to welcome another conversation, particularly knowing how exhausted Shanice Johnson has become with Leslie's constant presence and endless drama. His patience may already be stretched beyond its limits, making it entirely possible that he dismisses Leslie before she can even explain why she came. Even so, Leslie's determination has carried her through difficult situations before, and desperation often gives people the courage to push past rejection. Whether Ted ultimately listens or sends her away, the encounter promises to be emotionally charged, with both characters forced to confront frustrations that have been quietly building beneath the surface for far too long. Fortunately, not every chapter of the day is weighed down by conflict. At Uptown, the atmosphere transforms into something joyful as Anita Dupree gathers the people she loves most for an evening dedicated to togetherness rather than turmoil. Music fills the room, laughter echoes across the dance floor, and for once, the burdens that usually divide the family seem to melt away beneath the warmth of celebration. Watching the entire Dupree family dancing, smiling, and embracing one another creates a refreshing contrast to the emotional struggles taking place elsewhere in Fairmont Crest. Anita's decision to bring everyone together is about far more than hosting a party. It is her way of reminding the family that precious memories deserve to be created even during life's most challenging seasons. In those beautiful moments, the celebration becomes a symbol of resilience, proving that love and unity can survive even after countless storms have tested them. The festivities become even more meaningful with the arrival of Dr. Kyle Rollins, whose presence raises the exciting possibility that Noah Rollins will also take part in the evening's unforgettable celebration. For Noah, the event may become far more memorable than he ever expected when he finally comes face to face with the legendary Anita Williams. Meeting someone whose influence and reputation have earned such admiration could leave him completely speechless, transforming an ordinary evening into an experience he will cherish for years to come. The excitement of that encounter perfectly complements the warmth surrounding the family gathering, offering viewers a welcome reminder that life is not defined solely by conflict and heartbreak. Sometimes the most powerful scenes come from simple moments of admiration, respect, and genuine human connection. Those quieter emotional beats often leave the deepest impressions, giving the celebration an authenticity that resonates long after the music fades. By the time Wednesday's episode reaches its emotional conclusion, every storyline leaves viewers with something to anticipate. Ashley's uncertain future with Grayson remains balanced between hope and fear. Vanessa's explosive honesty threatens to reshape an important relationship. Leslie's latest emergency refuses to disappear quietly. And the Dupree family creates treasured memories that remind everyone why family remains worth fighting for. The episode beautifully balances heartfelt celebration with emotional uncertainty, allowing moments of joy to shine just as brightly as scenes filled with conflict and suspense. Every character stands on the edge of a new chapter, facing choices that could influence not only their own lives but also the futures of those around them. As the screen fades to black, one thing becomes abundantly clear. Beyond the Gates is preparing audiences for even bigger emotional twists ahead, ensuring that the stories unfolding in Fairmont Crest continue to captivate viewers with every passing episode.